What's good, my people? It's your boy JU, and today we're going to be talking about the three biggest L's a passport bro can take. Man, the three biggest L's a passport bro can take. Me, I do not identify as a passport bro. I'm just a guy that travels the world, shows my experiences. This is me in El Salvador in the background. Just wanted to have something playing while I'm talking, but yeah, man, let's get right into the video, man. So the first biggest L a passport bro can take is getting drugged and or robbed, man. And yo, this is one that you see a lot, right? This is one that you see a lot. Guys go to these places, they be green, they, fall for the first girl that walks up to them, and they end up in a bad situation. Now we usually see this with solo travelers, right? And this is why me, when I'm solo traveling, like in this video, I'm very aware of my surroundings. I always know what's going on, peeping out everybody. I usually got my shades so people don't know want to know, well, so people don't know what I'm looking at. But I'm making sure I'm aware of anything, because it could be petty theft, could be someone just running by taking my camera, or it could be someone pulling up with a knife or a gun, maybe even you standing in the wrong place too long, and people catch whiff and they call a couple guys to come pull up on you, and you're at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage in these places. That's why, yeah, you got to be on your P's and Q's. And it also helps to be a little bit, you know, um, have a little bit of an intimidating look about yourselves, to where one person won't just see you and say, oh, that's an easy lick, right? And then that's like on the street, walking around and late night stuff. And then there's also the finesses, right? And the finesses usually come in the form of, maybe you're by yourself and two girls try to try to sell you on a good time. And once y'all get into that room, maybe they slide something in your drink. If you're in South America, like, they got that scopolamine out there. And next thing you know, you slump, but you still awake. And the fact that they say that stuff makes you move like a zombie. So you can give someone your phone password and all that stuff, let them into your apartment, and you won't know anything you're doing. And you'll wake up the next morning very groggy and very disoriented. And then there's, like, the fact that there's some people that just you maybe just got one girl in your room. I've seen this happen to some guys before, right? You got one girl in your room. You look away for 2 seconds. Maybe you leave her in the room by yourself for a second, and next thing you know, your money's missing, and she act like she don't know where it's at either, right? That definitely happens a lot, man. That definitely happens a lot. And a lot of times, man, guys gotta understand. These guys, a lot of these girls, they're working with guys. They got husbands. They got boyfriends. They got people behind them that they are also trying to bring that money back too. So that gives them an incentive to make you feel like they like you. Make you lower your guard down, just so they can attack, man. Just so they can attack. So that's like one of the biggest ones, man. Getting drugged or robbed. So okay. So next we also have STDs, man. STDs is the second biggest L that a man can take. Trying to be a passport bro, trying to go to these countries solely for the purpose of messing with women. Next thing you know, you end up drunk. You let one of these girls put their little nasty mouths on you raw. Or maybe you just slide up in her raw. Or God forbid you use one of those foreign condoms, right? You use a foreign condom. Next thing you know, it breaks on you, and you're done, man. You're done, man. It's over for you, man. You might as well start counting your days after that, right? So definitely, it's a big L, something to watch out for. A lot of guys, they get mesmerized by the pretty face and don't understand, like, these girls are professionals, man. They are working damn near 24/7. You don't know how many bodies these women have. These A lot of these countries, they're not the richest countries, right? They're definitely not the richest countries. They, their hygiene is different. They're not getting checked as much. Getting tested and stuff like that. So you got to be careful, man. Just like in America, because you never know in America. I'm not saying none of this stuff can't happen to you in America, because it definitely can. But you just got to be extra careful when it comes to linking up and having these one night stands with women you don't know, man. Women that you don't know. You don't know their history. It's easy for a guy to fall into a trap and end up doing something with a woman raw. It's definitely easy. That's why that's the second biggest L one of these passport bros can take. The third biggest L a passport bro can take is falling in love, man. Falling in love, man, that can make you do some crazy things, man. I've seen it happen. I've seen guys go to these countries and they fall in love with women who are street workers, man. And that's something that you don't want to do. Now, I'm not saying you can't go to another country and find love, but don't let it be with the first one or two or three girls you meet because you're gonna have that euphoria in you. You're gonna feel like um, you're not gonna be in the right state of mind, right? You're not gonna be in the right state of mind, and you're gonna make some bad decisions. And a lot of these girls, they're professionals at giving you that girlfriend or that wife-like experience, so that you do fall in love. And then next thing you know, you either go back home and you're sending her money, your Western Union poppy at this time, or you end up wanting to stay there, or you end up wanting to bring her back, and maybe even having kids with her, maybe even marrying her, and she gets that green card. Next thing you know, she gets that green card, she gets that citizenship in America. She gone. She either want to go back home and take the kids with her, like that one guy I did a reaction on, or she brings the husband, her real husband, over that she already had, and that they were both like using you basically and finessing you out of your money and out of your time, and now you in a position where you heartbroken and you lost some money and wasted some time. So that's one thing guys gotta understand going to these places. Do not fall in love with these women, man, especially these street workers, especially a woman that she as soon as you met her, she was asking for money, or you already paid money for her time and you had a good time with her. Like, do not be falling in love with these women, man. And I see this happening a lot, man. A lot of these guys don't need to be going over to these countries if you never got women in your home country, because that will put you in a position to where you feel like these women really like you, and honestly they don't. And sometimes you just the meal ticket, man. You just the meal ticket. I would suggest you, when you go to these places, if you do want to find love, you gotta put yourself into the culture, man. Put yourself into the culture. Give yourself the opportunity to learn the language, and see what it's really about out there, so you can actually relate and you got something to talk about with these women. And if it happens, it happens. Don't go looking for it. I always feel like a guy should be working on himself, focusing on himself, getting his bag right, getting his body right, and then you're gonna attract better women, the better type of man you become. Especially if you're rejecting a lot of these like street walker type of women. To fall in love is definitely the third biggest L. Passport broken take, man. And I do have one bonus for you guys. I got one bonus for you guys. Hold up. The fourth biggest L, or my bonus, is gonna be getting stranded, man. A lot of these guys that go to these countries, man, they thought, okay, got my hotel money, I got my flight money, yeah, that's all out the way. Now I just need maybe a few $100s, just to have fun. I heard that this country stuff doesn't cost that much, so I'll be good. I'll be good, right? And then what happens is, some guys, maybe you missed your flight and you didn't have money to book another one, or maybe you didn't have flight insurance, or maybe you just booked a one way thinking that you were going to stay for a while, and then book your flight back whenever you were ready to go, right? You see this happen a lot, man. We see guys go to these countries, and they start interacting with these girls, they start spending more money than they should. Next thing you know, they don't have no money to get back home, man. And once you don't have money to get back home, the only thing you can do is get on the internet, try to tell your story, and hope somebody gonna send you a donation and send you a cash app, man. It's a lot of guys I done seen this happen too, and I don't want this to be y'all. Like, that's why I'm making this video, man. For things that, if you want to be a passport bro, you want to travel, and just solely for the purpose of meeting women, this is stuff you really gotta watch out for, man. You gotta watch out for it. To me, I like going to places like this, like where I'm at here in Santa Teca. You don't see YouTubers go to this place. I'm exploring a place that it's not about women. It's just about seeing what's out here. Moving a little bit dangerous. As far as being in El Salvador. You know, El Salvador is a very safe place now, but it was the murder capital of the world about 4 or 5 years ago. So it was content that you didn't really get to see much, and I wasn't out here just randomly spending my money on women paying for sex and stuff like that because they got it out there, right? They got brothels and all that stuff, but that's just not me. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm an adventurer, man. I be on my Indiana Jones type vibes, right? But yeah, man, I don't want y'all getting stranded. Don't want y'all falling in love too easily. Don't want y'all catching any diseases, man. And what was the first one? Yo, getting drugged or robbed. That was first because that's like the most like common thing you see as far as like that happening to guys, man. You don't want that to happen to you out there, man. So stay safe. Go see the world, do your thing. I don't care what you guys do with your money. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But just be safe, man. Just be safe. I don't know want nobody, especially me being in this travel space. I feel like it's a responsibility to younger guys to let them know, like, yo, you do what you want to do. Go to these places, but be safe out there, man. Be safe for sure. That's all I got for this one, though. As always, love y'all. I'm out.